Right, and that's the end of turn 5. We're on to turn 6 now, and it's been another interesting round. Lots of interesting developments. The Western Front, the Italian Front, and the Middle East is again are clearly the three epicenters of the game, and I still think the Allies are going to win, but the Centrals do have a chance. It's not like it does look like I can see a route for victory for them. Eventually, that route will be closed, probably, because that's what tends to happen. Eventually, you'll realise there's no way I can win here. I don't see that at the moment, but there's a couple of things that I may do as the Allies next round that may be able to swing it even more in favour of us, but we will have to see. Here in the Middle East, so on to the epicenters. Middle East, Britain obviously continuing an endless stream of troops. They're still not producing Britain. They don't think that's necessary, and especially at the moment I don't believe it is, and I think the Ottomans are just, I think soon we're going to break through. I think it could be this turn where Britain finally launches an attack, but the Austrians and the Brits, the Germans, may want to push down these forces, but I don't know. I think they may be more important for Italy over there. I'll get on that in a minute. So obviously Ottomans got a big force in Ankara, and reinforcements coming in from Constantinople. It's overall, it's quite. I could have probably come down from America. He needed more there. So obviously, there's the endless stream of troops. Something interesting happened. The Ottoman forces that moved into Egypt have attacked into Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, and obviously you see an Italian troop there. There wasn't one before. Well, it was interesting. The Ottomans came in, and with their 5 frees, they got 4 hits and killed every one of the Brits. With the French, out of the 4 Allied infantry there, every single one got hit. So ended up being, out of a possible 9 hits that could have happened in the battle combined, 8 of them hit. Because of that, the Ottomans were only left with 1 infantry. The Italians then came down with an infantry and artillery from Rome on a transport and plopped into Anglo-Egyptian Sudan and took it. In the moment, in the entirety of Africa, there is currently only 1 infantry, and it's Italian, and there is also only 1 territory that is controlled by the Central Powers, and it is yours truly, Egypt, which I'm sure will be rectified very soon. And because of that, well, that'll be it then. That's Africa out of the way. That's completely, fully Allied control, and it probably will not, I very much doubt it will ever become Allied control for the rest of the game. I think if the Ottomans fall and the Germans and the Austrians are not in a good position in the Western Front, then it's game over. They are going to fall, the Ottomans, but it just depends how long. But we will see. Anyway, let's go on to the next epicentre. Obviously, Russia's here, you know, gobbled up territory. Russia's out of the game, obviously. Here in the Germany and the Austro-Hungarian forces have finally been obviously killed in Italy. It just literally took America's last turn to get rid of the Germans in Tuscany. The Austrians fell back into Trieste and have consolidated a big force there, which is probably going to come. It may wait, and it may wait for the Allies to go into Venice and then come in and attack. It may be a trap. We will have to see. I don't know. I'm going to think about this carefully from both sides. What would be the best thing to do? So yeah, the situation in Italy is like, it seems like the Centrals just couldn't break through in those original rounds, and they never managed to get Italy into economic collapse. And because of that, they could not break through because of those extra Italian forces. And with the American and French commitment down there, it's obviously... I think if the French, however, had committed their guys from Italy up into Germany, it may not much would have different. I think it was the right thing to do down there. But anyway, into, obviously, America's obviously there. They've got some forces there. This turn, America's probably... Well, I am. I'm going into Spain with 5 infantry and 5 artillery just to get those extra 4 IPCs. That gets me up to 24, and then I can do my 4 infantry and 3 artillery. I don't know why I'm getting 4 infantry, 4 artillery a turn from. I can't get that unless I get to 28 IPCs, and I don't know where I'm going to get my other 4 IPCs. So for the time being, it's just going to be 4 infantry and 3 artillery, and just have a good amount of IPCs to get forces into Europe every single turn. Even if it's not, if I have 24 IPCs, that can be 5 infantry and 2 artillery. No, 4 infantry. Yeah, 4 infantry and 3 artillery every turn. I want to try and do an even number. 3 infantry and 5. No, I can't get an even number. No, 15. That leaves us with... No, I don't think I can get an even number, but it doesn't matter. As long as I can get consistent forces into Europe. On the Western Front, Ruhr has finally been broken. It's not contested anymore. It's controlled by the Allies, which is going to force the Germans to attack. However, if Germans go in there and attack with their forces this turn, they've only got 10 infantry, 2 artillery. They're going to be going up against 4 Allied infantry and bloody, I think, 15 artillery. Well, we've got maybe it's worth it, but to kill some Allied artillery, it probably is actually, I'm going to do. But then the Germans are going to have these forces coming back from Russia, and these Berlin forces are going to go into Hanover. Also, I forgot to say, Austria has a lot of men here because of the money they got from Russia because of conquering them. That's a lot of men down there. That's 13 infantry and 5 artillery. That was all bought in one turn. Things in Italy may change in the Central's favour very soon. Again, I may actually not go into Spain as the... no, I do, because I need that constant force. I need to be able to keep shipping forces into Europe. But yeah, again, Britain may only need to produce one more round of forces in India and then can commit fully to Europe, and that could be a game changer again. But nevertheless, we're on turn 6 and we will see how the game develops. So hope you've all enjoyed turn 5 and on to turn 6. Bye bye.